Updates from Marcus Freeman's Wednesday press conference and analysis of what he said in this video, Notre Dame fans. I'm Mike Singer. With me is Jack Sobel. Folks, please hit the thumbs up on this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content. Head over to blueandgold.com for much more coverage of Notre Dame versus Indiana in the college football playoff. And Jack, we have to start by talking about the biggest deal in the history of college football, and it is Jerseygate. What jerseys are Notre Dame going to wear against Indiana? We do have it confirmed, as the thumbnail of this YouTube video shows. There's new jerseys confirmed, but not what those jerseys are. Here's what the update is from Freeman. He said that Notre Dame has new jerseys for the college football playoff that were sent by Under Armour, but Freeman has not seen them, as tweeted by Tyler Horka. He says he's totally focused on the game themselves. Also says team captains decide what the Irish will wear. Then Tyler also said that Freeman was wearing a black and gold hoodie. Now, does that mean anything? Who knows? But that is the update, Jack. That's the update. I will ask you real quick, 30 seconds on this. Do you prefer the traditional blue and gold? Do you like Notre Dame going spicy with something new?
I think it would be a mistake for Notre Dame to wear anything but their traditional blue and gold. But who knows? Maybe they come out with black jerseys and they're awesome, and I'm proven totally wrong. Either way, Freeman did say that they have new jerseys. He has not seen them. Like you said, he has, as another reporter pointed out on Twitter today, he has worn black Notre Dame gear at other press conferences before, so that's not necessarily an indication. It looked like a cool hoodie that he had on with the script Irish. But yeah, I guess we'll see. That again, this could be anything from just the standard blue jerseys with names on them to black with gold numbers and letters that makes it impossible for us to see anything, like tell which players which, like the Shamrock Series jerseys were.
We do have actual football to talk about now. Charles Jagasaw was seen practicing on, Monday. Freeman gave an update on his status, and we're not going to see him on Friday.
Yeah, we're not going to see him on Friday. Freeman didn't really rule him out if Notre Dame advances past Friday. He did say he's getting closer and that he will definitely be back for spring practice. So this is not an injury that's gonna keep Charles Jagasaw out for any stretch in 2025. But it's good to see him progressing. I think even if he was available, he wouldn't start. Like, the offensive line is playing well right now, even though Notre Dame believed Jagasaw was its best tackle entering the season. It's not like this is you lose Joe Alton preseason, you get him back in postseason. Like, Jagasaw had only started one game entering this year. You're not going to put him in to mess with offensive line chemistry. It doesn't matter if he's not available anyway. That's just my thoughts on the matter. So if Notre Dame does get past Indiana, then I think it's worth checking back in on, is Jagasaw available, because you can never have enough capable offensive linemen. I think we saw Jagasaw working in at guard during individual drills that reporters were able to see. But no, we are not going to see. We're only going to see one returning number 56.
So Indiana had a staff change, a co-offensive coordinator leaving for UCLA. Freeman was asked about how that impacts preparation. What do you have to say?
Yeah, I thought Freeman's answer on this was really interesting. Like you said, Tino Sunseri, a co-offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach, leaving for UCLA. Freeman said, yeah, you have to take it into account, but also that a lot of game planning that goes into everything is not necessarily just about what the opponent does. You have to self-scout, is the phrase Freeman used, and kind of determine what Indiana is likely to do to attack you. So what the opponent does is only part of it. So I just thought that was interesting. I know that self-scout, I think, is a big part of what Matt Jansen does. He's been in the staff since last summer. So I think that was just something I found interesting that Freeman said.
Yeah, and it makes sense. Part of it is, of course, scouting your opponent, but if you scout your opponent but you still stink, that's not going to do you much good. So it's like improving your team while also, of course, figuring out how to stop the other team. Speaking of staff changes, more so a lack thereof, Marcus Freeman was asked about the report that came out. Was that also Monday, Jack? I know you'll agree with me. This has been the longest 4-day week ever, but going back to
in the past week, something like that.
It's one of the days. Freeman or McCullough was interviewed for the Ohio Bobcats job, the head coaching position there. That has since been filled. I believe they went with an internal candidate. So Freeman was
They,
asked about that, and I thought
they took the interim tag off their guy.
took the interim tag off their guy. When Freeman was asked about that, look, he kind of gave a company line. Yeah, we're going to help all of the, well, maybe not a company line. It's a good line of, when my guys get potential promotions, I'm going to help them. And I liked the quote, as you rise, I lift. Or it's like, as my guys, like, okay, as Freeman rises, he's going to lift guys up with him. That's basically what he said. I thought that was really good.
Yeah, and I think Dylan McCullough has been ready to be a head coach for a while now, and I think Freeman knows that. That's why he gave him the associate head coach tag, I should say. And yeah, he also said that that Dylan interviewing for the Dylan McCullough interviewing for the Ohio job is not going to, it did not impact his preparation for Notre Dame's game against Indiana. The running back room will be all set, so he kind of brushed off that possibility that it can impact preparation. But you're right, Mike. He also said that he's going to support and he's going to lift up his assistants as they look for promotions. And I think, like, obviously staff changes every year are inevitable, and typically you want them to be either moves to the NFL like Chris O'Leary last year, or moves or elevation like Jared Parker last year. And I think Dylan Cole is a good candidate. You never know. Like, no one pinned Chris O'Leary as someone who's likely to leave last year, even though he'd done a terrific job for Notre Dame.
Right.
Dylan McCullough is certainly a prime candidate for this to be his last year with Notre Dame for good reasons.
Yeah, I've talked about this over the years. Typically, the shelf life of a position coach or / coordinator is, about 3 years. You're either not doing a great job and it's time for you to go, or you're doing a great job and you're getting a promotion. That's not all the time, right? You have, like a lot of O-line coaches could just be an O-line coach there for 20 years. Like that it's not a 100% of the time thing, but yeah, you're usually getting a different job. And McCullough is one that I feel like going into this season, for me personally, this was like a bonus year. Like he's an incredible coach. Whether it's you don't see a ton of running backs coaches as coordinators. Again, no, you don't see a ton. It happens. Lance Taylor left Notre Dame to become one. But I feel like if you're a really, really good running backs coach, the next move up for you is head coach. That's at least my take on the matter. So that's the big points from Marcus Freeman's press conference. For more, head over to blueandgold.com. We'll have you covered there. Goolsby show live on 8 p.m. Eastern time on December 18th. So if you're watching this on Thursday or Friday, the show's already happened. Just watch the replay. Really good stuff with Goolsby. So make sure you check that out. Appreciate it for everyone for watching. And as always, we will catch you next time.